Hello, this is Chadlock1. What we're going to be doing today is making an AI that goes by Navigation Mesh and be able to switch to PathNodes via Unrealscript. I mean, it's not the most best way to do it, but if you want a level specific kind of thing, this would be a good tutorial for you. So basically, these blue things here, we're going to call them PathNodes, and this would be us, and that would be the enemy. The J here is the jump pad. So basically what I'm trying to show you here is that you're going to make the AI be able to randomize each path node to where it wants to go by a random range. And then after that, if it wants to get to this path node, it's going to make parameters to go to here first, to get over onto here, and then stop, and then go to a different path node if it gets a random number that's other than this. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So I made a level. A very simple level, just all you had to do was make path nodes, put them wherever you want them, but be sure you know the names of them, particularly, this one here, because I have in my Kismet just a simple level loaded actor factory X. It's got nothing for our scripts yet, but we'll make it here shortly, so we're going to save it as, name the level whatever you want. I'm going to name it tester 2. There we go. And let's go ahead, go to our Unrealscript. And first thing we're going to want to do, we're going to make a pawn class real quick. Let's see here. We're going to make a add new item. Unrealscript, we'll call it MyBot. Add. And we're going to extend it from UT pawn for now. And we're going to make it placeable. I mean, just in case if you want to place it. But I like using, preferably me, I just like actually using Kismet to actually place it for me. But then after that, we're going to make one more Unrealscript. We're going to call it My AI. And we're going to extend it from AI controller. This is where the real meat and potatoes are going to happen for all the AI stuff. So let's go ahead and think about what we're going to do here. So first of all, we're going to need stuff for see player, which is a function that actually makes the player see the player. Has like a front of view that actually verifies if it's the player or not, which is you. So we're going to make it called variable actor target, and then we need another variable to make another vector variable for a temporary destination, and then we're going to make a array from the path node. Let me get it up here, path node, and then we're going to call them, we'll call them waypoints. There, I like that. We're going to make another variable array for the jump pads. UDK jump pad, and this we'll just call it JP. Oh, IntelliSense likes to be a little bastard sometimes. Okay, and then we're going to call one more variable, which will be important for which the randomizing of the path node which is going to go to. Call it variable int. We'll call it path node points, or just call it path node ints, so it knows which one it is. So now let's go ahead and start our simulated post begin play. Call it function post begin play, and we are going to make a local path node. We're going to call it let's call it just call it pdan. And next we're going to have a local UDK jump pad. We'll call it jumper. Just simple local variables for now. And let's go ahead and override it with super. Come on, buddy. Super dot post begin play. And then this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a for each statement to get every single path node in this map. So we're going to do a for each world info. You don't have to do world info, but I like to use it just get the world info just of that map. Then for dot get, oh, it's all actors, I believe, yep. And we're going to use class PathNode, and we're going to use PN, which is our PathNode variable from our local, which is up here. And then let's see here. We're going to do, you remember this array up here for the PathNodes? We're going to put, for every one of them, we're going to put in every slot of that array. So we're going to do waypoints dot add item, and we're going to add PN. No, PN. There we go. There we go. Sometimes the IntelliSense is a little dirt. And that's all we have to do to get every bit of actor. I had that on there too. That probably before it wasn't working. Now it's going to do the same thing for the jump pad. I'm going to do for each world info. Actually, let's use all actors for this one. It doesn't really matter if you use world info, but I'm just use all actors so it works both ways. Just to show you. We call it UDK jump pad, and jumper is what the local was. I'm going to close it, and we're going to call jp.add item, and I'll have to get spelled. Yeah, spell it right. Add item, we're going to call it jumper. There. Now it's going to add all the jump pads that are in the level, which is only going to be one for now, but they get the idea what's happening. So now we're going to have the AI possess this controller. So let's go ahead and do events possess. And the IntelliSense should tell us pawn in pawn, and then bool be vehicle transition. And then after that, we're going to override it, super.possess, and then do in pawn and vehicle. I spell vehicle right. I didn't spell vehicle right on here. There we go. Vehicle. There we go. So that has to be spelled right for sure. Alright, so, and then after that, we're going to say pawn dot, well, I guess we did. Pawn dot set movement physics. And that will allow the pawn to possess this controller. So now let's go ahead and go to the event C player pawn scene. You know what? Let's see here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna override this function here real quick. Super dot. Sometimes it just has to be super dot C player scene. There we go. And then remember the variable up here, the actor target. We're gonna make the target be scene, which will be us. And I'll show you here in a second how that's gonna work. So target equals scene. And then this is what we're going to put later on in here. This will be very handy. So we're going to say if can see, which is a bool that's used in C player. If it can see scene, we're going to say a simple log statement here. Dash log. I can see you. And then we're going to do it else. Actually, we'll do a little more specific, like if not can't see scene. I'm going to say log where are you? Simple as that. But the thing is, you can't just have it run it. You have to actually tell it to run as a timer, because if you have it running constantly once, it's just going to automatically know it's always true. So that's why you always have to repeat it. So this is why we're going to make a function at the not a function, but a timer at the beginning of post begin play. So we're going to say set timer. We're going to do it for well, this every 3 seconds, and then a bool loop. Yes, true. We're going to loop it the whole time. And we're going to call what should we do here? I think it's name. I believe that's the name of the function. That'd be C player. You put in quotes. I believe. Yes, I think I'm right. Alright, so that will set a timer for every 3 seconds to check if the enemy sees the player. This will come in handy to tell the AI, like, do I see the player, do I see nothing, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and start with some states quick. So let's do our first state to be auto states idle. Auto basically says that it's going to start this one no matter what at the beginning, unless told different. So let's go ahead, no, come on, idle. I want to name you, not change you. And bracket, there we go. Now let's go ahead, let's say begin. You know, if it's in idle, it's not going to do anything. I'm just going to say -log. It's always good practice to check it and make sure it's working. There we go. Simple as that. Let's see, let's go and do our next state here. We're going to make a state to actually have the player, not the player, but the enemy follow the player. So let's do state follow. And here. So we're going to make some functions in the beginning here. So we're going with follow, we're going to make it be on the nav mesh in particular. So we're going to say function bool find nav mesh path. And then we're going to say navigation handle dot path constraint list equals none. It's kind of like a thing right now I'm doing is kind of making everything cleared out right at the beginning. So I'm going to say navigation handle dot path goal list equals none. And so we're going to say after that class nav mesh path underscore toward dot static, because it's not going to move, dot toward goal will be navigation handle dot, no, not dot, but comma target. Makes a new path, basically makes a new goal towards you, which is the target. And I'm going to do one more thing here quick, just to double check. Nav mesh goal underscore at dot static dot at actor navigation, what's the parameters? Navigation handle, we're going to just name it that for now. And we're going to name it target. Then the distant offset, I think we'll just do 128. There. And then we're going to return, because it's a bool, it has to have something to return. So just return navigation dot find path. So there we go. That sets up the navigation handle to make everything be towards you. As you know, navigation towards, you know, the path is going towards you, and the goal is also you too, just to ensure that's going to work. So let's go ahead and type in begin, so we can actually make a loop within the follow statement. So that very first portion, just make sure it works. We're going to -log follow, just to make sure. And then let's see here. Let's just go ahead and double check so we can make this work. First off, I'm going to set the game test quick and make it set up for our level. There we go. I'm going to save that. So selected, close out, yes, reopen. Let's go close out. Let's build it real quick. Should have no problems, good to go. So let's go ahead and hit the play button, see what happens. There's nothing that's going to happen in particular. Oh, it doesn't like something. Let's see real quick. Okay, it's not liking the unresolved for class expression line number 64. 64 plus navigation mesh toward nav mesh path. Oh, nav. That's why. That's like, okay. That'll work. That should fix it. And let's rebuild that. And hit play. So I don't think anything's going to happen because we don't have our AI set up yet or our pawn set up yet. So I just want to make sure it builds correctly, which is fine. Good. And there we go. Everything is all set up. But our AI is not going to work because we didn't assign it to the game itself. So let's go ahead, go out here. July 2013. So let's go ahead and go back in our level and set up the AI. Go to Kismet, click on this, and now we should have our scripts in here. My AI, there we are, and it should say my bot. And that should set everything up. Build the paths, close, and then we're going to hit save all. There we go. Now let's go back to our scripts, and now let's hit play. Let's see what happens so far. So it says now I can see you, and now it says where are you, because it can't see me. It's checking every frame a second. Once it sees me, it says I can see you right off the bat. We have no movement set up on it yet because we didn't tell it to, so we're just going to go ahead and do that right now. So that means the C player every 3 seconds is working. We know that's working for sure. So now let's go ahead and do the follow. We're going to do, let's see, we'll set up the if navigation handle dot actor reachable, and if its target is reachable, we're going to tell it change the line of sight to the target, which is us. Simple as that. And we're going to say move toward, and we're going to have it move toward the actor, which is target, which is us. We're going to have the view focus be also us, meaning it's going to look at us when it's following us. And we're going to make the destination offset just be 128. And let's see, use strafing, sure. No, let's leave it like that. They're optional, you don't have to have those. We're going to say else if, let's see, if find nav mesh path, we're going to say navigation handle dot set final destination to be us at location, which is a vector, target dot location. Simple as that. Basically what's happening here, you're saying if the navigation handle typically is, the nav mesh, if we are reachable, the target is reachable, we're going to set the line of sight to us, and we're going to move toward us while looking at us. Else if find nav mesh, if nav mesh is true, we're going to set the final destination to be us. Now we're going to do couple things real quick. We're going to do a kind of like if it can't see you, it's going to find a way to go around you. So this is what we're saying is like if navigation handle dot get next move location, and make a temporary vector, if you remember up here, right? This right up here, the temporary variable is going to come in handy right now. So it's going to output, if you can read it out here, it's going to output a vector, which is that temporary variable we're going to make. Temporary des, and we're going to say the arrival distance will be the pawn, which is the AI pawn dot get collision radius. So basically we're going to get the radius of the pawn to dictate to make the next move. So basically, for example, it's going to bump into the, where's my shit here? Okay, so for example, if this was our AI and it bumps it looks at the wall, it doesn't see you. It's going to find a way to make a next move to make a temporary variable where you're at here, and it's going to try to come around here to make a guess to get to you. That's kind of a basic, I think, is what's going on. So let's go ahead and finish this out. Why is it having a heyday? Boom, boom. Oh, I forgot one more. There we go. I believe that's what I need. If navigation mesh handle, then we're going to say move to. We're going to move to temp des, and then target. We're going to make the view focus be us. So it's going to move to this temporary variable here, and it's going to make the focus where it's going to go to be the target, while still in this state. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's still going. I don't know when it's complaining though. We'll find out later. Oh, it's because I don't have a select one. There we go. That should take care of that. Anyways, so let's make an else statement. If it can't get the next move location, we'll say else. We're going to say move toward target, and then target. It's kind of like a hard coding to say move towards the target. That's basically what it is. So we're also going to say, actually we'll do that here in a bit. So next state we're going to go to is the stop state. Actually, first of all, before we go there, let's double check see if this works. Alright, so I figured out the problem. It was a little bit of a derp on my part, because how are you going to make it go into false state without telling it to when it sees the player? So here's what we do. Once you get that all set up for all this stuff here, we're going to have to say if can see the player, go to state, follow. And now it should have the AI follow the player as soon as it sees it. There we go. I can see you as following. That's not going to change anything because you have to tell it to stop when it can't see the player and then go into a search state, which we'll do here quite shortly. It'll be quite interesting. So let's go ahead and continue on. We're going to make our stop state real quick. And also we're going to do one last thing. So we're going to do a go to begin, just to make sure it loops, to keep checking this follow state, to keep looping this here. It's like go to state, keep following, as long as it still can see the player. So we're going to make state stop. And go ahead and make bracket, and that should make it blue. So we're going to do a begin. We're going to have a log just to check, make sure it's working. And one more thing we're going to do a simple kind of weird thing to do. We're going to say move to pawn. Hopefully that actually lets me see it. Let's see here quick. Stir a bit. Move to. There we go. We're going to say pawn.location, which is itself. We're telling it to move to itself, not move. And then after that, we're going to have it sleep for maybe 3 seconds. And then after that, we're going to make a state called search, but we'll do that here real quick before we actually make the go-to state. So we're going to say state search. And then we're going to say begin. There we go. We're going to say log search. Just make sure it's working. And we're going to say pawn. No, not pawn. What am I saying? I'm going to say path node int equals. This is where we're going to randomize it. Right when search begins, we're going to tell it to randomize this. Here, I'll show you. Rand, which is a random. I'm going to tell it waypoint.length. What's going to happen here, it's going to randomize the waypoint array, which is waypoints.length, which is the length of it. We're going to randomize each one to choose between 1 and Not sure how many, but we'll find out here real quick when we go back to the net. So I'm going to say log, we're going to make sure it's working, PathNode int, and I'm going to say if PathNode int does not equal none, we're going to tell it to actually go to the path node. Does not equal none, we're going to say move toward actually, so we're going to do path nodes. Move toward, we're going to say act new target, which would be waypoints. I'm going to put the array, excuse me, path node int. I'm going to say path node int random. Okay. Then I'm going to have it make a look at it, which would be waypoints, path node int, and make the offset 128. Oh, what's it doing here? There we go. Okay. There we go. So what there? What should happen? Actually, we're going to do one last thing. We're going to make it go to state stop. While I'm doing this, is once this completes, once it gets to the actual waypoint area, it's going to go back to stop, and then going to randomize again and go to a new area. So let's see here. We're going to make one last parameter real quick up here. We're going to say if cannot be seen, we're going to say go to state stop. And it should automatically know where to go from there. I guess it doesn't like something quick error. It is constant mismatch with does not equals, which would be 107. Path node int does not equal none. Oh, that's my bad. I think that's right. No, it's derp. It's waypoints. You gotta tell the array, make sure the arrays exist. So waypoints path node int does not equal none. That should work. That's my bad. Stop and replay. That should work. There we go. So what's going to happen, when I walk in front of it, it's going to try to chase me. It's going to say, I can see you. It's going to follow. Once it can't see me, it's going to stop. And it's going to think, and it's going to go to the first path node. Should be. Well, I guess I can't find it. Let's take a look here quick. How am I doing now? Should be able to. Move toward, where are we at here? Go to state. Oh, I know why. Because we need to tell it to go to state search. Some things I forget. There we go. Now let's give it a quick try again. And that should work now. Alright. Follow me. It's following me. And it's going to stop. Can't find me. Let's go to the first waypoint. Well, it should. Why is it looping? I do not know. Why are you looping? Why are you looping? Log stop. I'm just going to go to there. It's going to stop and go to state search. And waypoints top length. I'm going to tell that if waypoints does not equal none, move toward waypoints path nodes. Let's see, let's make sure it's obtaining the correct ones. Let's get rid of world info. Let's try just all actors. see me? You can see me. It's going to stop. And it stops again. You might need to set more parameters just in case. So let's go ahead and do a couple things quick on the CanC player. If CanZ, and it's going to say if is in state, let's say idle, and let's see, or is in state following, or is in state, let's see, in state stop, or is in state search. State follow. There we go. Let's see if in, so if is in state follow, or is in state, let's see what that, let's see if there's a state follow for now. We'll try that. Let's see, I don't think that might fix it. For some reason, I think it's not finding the path nodes. So we should have it. We have the right map loaded. Just double check that quick. Properties, tester 2. There's a tester or tester 2. Let's double check. So it's good to know the names when you build stuff. Content, maps, tester 2.udk. Okay, so no big deal, that shouldn't affect it. Close. Should know, let's see. Let's see here. Why is it not working? Okay, we got this. For each all lectures path node PN. Point to add item. Add item. I made it for a point where this does not equal none. Let's get rid of that quick. Maybe that'll help. Let's try that. So as soon as a check. Let's see here. Go stop. There it goes. It's going to the first checkpoint, which is number 6. And it's going to 6 again. 6 again. It's going to number 1. Which found me in the middle of it. So, alright, so I think it was my check that was not working so well. Alright, so we got to a point where it'll stop for 3 seconds and it'll be able to go into search state. So now let's go ahead and make a, what should we do next? Let's go ahead, should we do fire? Let's do, let's try to do the jump pads really quick. Let's go ahead and see if we do that. Let's make a parameter saying, hey, it wants to go to a specific, say for example, like there's a path above, like above itself, and it needs to do a specific parameter to get there. And we're going to do this. Tester 2. Let's see here. Where are we at? Where does it start at? There we are. Okay, so we wanted to get to here. One thing to keep in mind. The L 0? No. Okay. This one's 0. There we are. It says 0 down there. So we need to tell it if where are we at here? Okay. If path node int equals 0, let's tell it to go to the jump pad, which we're going to create here real quick. So the jump pads are kind of easy to make, so just gotta find navigation, jump pad, UT jump pad, here we are. Come on, there we go. Right here. Notice it says UDK jump pad on here, and that's what we're going to make a control of. So then I'm going to select this. I'm going to double click this and select this navigation point. Where are we at here? There should be something here. There we go. UDK jump pad. I should know the name of it. PathNode _0. Know that. PathNode _0. There we go. So it knows exactly which one to look for. Alright, so we got that selected. Let's go ahead, build it, path it. Good to go. Now let's go ahead and get out of UDK quick. Save. Go back to here. So now we're going to say if path node int equals 0. I'm going to tell it to first we're going to do a couple things here quick. We're going to make a jump state. State jump touch. Actually, let's close this bracket here quick so it doesn't freak out. There we go. So I'm going to say they begin. In this state, we're going to say have it move toward the JP 0, which is there's only one jump pad. It's going to go to the first slot in the array. This is just, I'm trying to show an example of how this is going to work. JP is 0. I'm going to get a look at that. And then go to state. We're going to make one more state here quick. I'm going to get jump touch finish. That's what I'm going to call it. So we know that's finished. It's going to go to the path node. Once it touches the jump pad, it's going to go to the jump touch finish to finish out the job. So what we're going to do, we're going to say begin, move toward thanks, quick. Move toward, there we go. I'm going to say waypoint. I'm going to say number 0, which is the one we actually have set up in the level. And then waypoint 0. Actually, I'll make an offset of 128 as well. And then we're going to go to state stop. This will loop the state. Once it gets to that point, it'll stop and it'll actually go straight to the next waypoint. So now let's go ahead and say go to state jump touch finish. But also we gotta do one more thing. We gotta do one last thing quick. Because we can't make it work unless we have a touch, so we need to get in contact with our bot. So what we're going to say is we're going to say event touch and put all these parameters, actor, other, primitive component, other component, vector hit location, and vector hit normal. I'm going to say we're going to get a local variable, which will be the my AI. I'm going to just call it AI. I'm going to override this. Super dot take, super dot touch. I'm going to say other comp, hit location, and hit normal. There. we're going to say AI equals my AI controller. I'm going to say AI dot go to state. Actually, no, I gotta say, first of all, before we do that, I gotta say if other equals AI dot JP 0. If it's equals, if other equals that jump pad, we are going to tell the AI to go to the jump touch finish. This is one of those checks that would be nice to do. There. Simple as that. Alright, so let's see here what we got. Make sure that's going to work. So we got if pat and it's equals 0. We're going to tell it to go to state jump touch. There. And that should work. And we got to say else. Have it be this, which is right over here. I'm going to cut this. Control X. Control V, and that should work. Alright, let's give it a quick whirl. See if we got it working. So, that's following me. Gonna stop. So it's going to 0. It's going to the jump pad, going up. Well, was. I think what we need to do is get rid of this here. There we go. Get rid of that and try this quick. Say it's 0. Going to the 4th path node, which is supposed to do that. Let's go to the 3rd one. Going to stop. Let's go to the 1st one, which I can never remember where we said. Over here. Let's go to 7. Trying to see if it'll go to 0. There it goes. Now it's going to 0. It's going up there. So for some reason, hold on. Yeah, I'm pointing it there now. I think I have it pointing it to the wrong one. No, we have it pointing to the right one. I think so. I'll just double check one last thing, just to be sure. Alright guys, so I figured out the problem. So basically, at the beginning of the game, I did a for loop to check of what's happening and see how it's laying out my waypoints in the array. And where I laid out my path node was it was going 1, 2, 3, 0. So my path node 3 was on 2 instead of 3. So I fixed the location of that, and everything's working now with this. So I'll show you here real quick right now and how it's going to work. Actually, before we do that, do one little thing quick, just to show that it's working. So we're going to say, when it's on jump touch, we're going to say begin, log, jump touch, and jump touch finish, dash log, there. Okay, now let's give it a try. So he's over here to get his attention. Go over here. And it stops. Going to state 1 over here. It's going to stop. It's going to 3, which is somewhere over there. Hang on. So I think it's going to 0. 1, which is over there. Zero, which is back over there. Zero again. Going back to 1. Actually, what I should do is make it go in order. Now it's on 3, which is not the right one. We want to go to 2. This 3 is over there. And 2 should be over here. Yep, there we go. And now it's going to jump touch. Just watch it jump. It's going to jump. Jump touch finish, and it stops up there. And it goes to 3, which is over there. So that means it's working. It knows, you made an AI, so far, it knows that if it gets to a specific waypoint, which is above that block, it knows to go to the jump touch, which is this state here. And once this event happens, once it touches the jump pad, it's going to go to jump touch finish, which is in this state here, and finish out the rest of the waypoint following. And it works. Let's see, what else can we do to it? Let's see here. That's just a simple thing I just wanted to show you, but it's not the best way to do things, but it's a very clever way of thinking of how to do things. You just don't want to do it through Kismet. You're just like, I don't really want to do it through Kismet. I just want to do it through, you know, straight Unrealscript, you know, and you definitely can do that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I got an idea. How about we say, if it gets shot, you know, we don't want it to keep going on the path it's going. We want to actually get its attention, be like, hey, come get me, bro. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and the bot and the UT pawn function, particularly the my bot. We're gonna say event take damage. There's a int damage. You gotta type all the stuff in. Controller event instigator vector hit location vector momentum, then class, let's see here, class damage type optional trace hit info optional actor damage causer, which is what we're going to be using right now because this is the most important thing we're going to need. So we're going to say, we're going to do the same thing up there above. We're going to say local my AI and super.take damage, and we're going to say damage event instigator hit location momentum damage type hit info and damage causer, and we're going to say, ooh, that's a lot. Okay, then we're going to say AI equals my AI, and we're going to say controller. I'm going to say AI, I'm going to say if damage causer equals let's see, I'm going to say damage equals AI dot target. I'm going to say let's see here, and then we're going to say go AI dot go to state target, not target but follow. So what's going to happen here, it's going to basically tell it if damage causer is caused by you, it's going to go to the follow state. Basically it's going to say, hey, you shot me, you're going to follow you. Let's see if it'll work. grab its attention. Let's stop following me a second. Change the thing. Jump touch finish, going up the top. Let's jump touch again. See, now it turns around and goes straight to me. And there we go. And that's kind of a cool way to how to make some AI. Just want to tell you guys, thank you for watching. I'll be posting more AI videos and other logistics that I'll be doing. Subscribe and have a good